Oh shit! Is that Yeti? Wow, long time no see, Yeti. How you doing? But hello everybody else. Username, Redux, Forest, Terrace, Disparity. Hi everybody. Saturday streams! Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh yes. Here's a new BRB screen. I told you we were gonna get another one. There it is. Yeah, we're in the middle of the story though, Forrest. Quite excited, actually. This definitely handles it a lot better. You know, the visual novel, I feel a lot more on edge than I ever did while watching the show. I'm really vibing with it. Let me go ahead and open that. Are there tiny blue lights circling that anime girl's left eye? You mean Rita? Call it by how it is. It's Rita, baby. Yeah, there are. I couldn't find really any good Higurashi BRB screen kind of things. So eventually I'll make one, but I'm waiting till we get deeper into it because I want to put a lot of stuff in there. But all those will be spoilers. But we've hit this point of the game where now you know it's a little more eerie than you thought. So I could give you kind of an eerie BRB screen, but no spoilers yet. At least no big ones. Eat my ass. Devon. What up, dude? Or Devon, however you want me to say that. What's up, Daddy? Watching while I'm working. Lorenzo. Nani? While working. What you doing, my bud? If you don't mind letting us know. What you getting hands dirty? Oh, it's yogurt! Oh, it's my fuck doll! Let's see, where did, oh, there we go. Chapter 10. Ooh. Where do we leave off? Nani? Work at a restaurant? Lol. I'm a line cook. Aye, there you is. Can you cook me something right now, buddy? I'm starving. Well, not really starving, but I'm getting hungry. What can you make me, Papa? Give me the line. Oh, fuck. Down with top chat. Yeah, down with top chat. It's trash. But why are you raping my ears?
Oh, sorry. I didn't realize my mic was all the way up. Oopsie. Apologies, I did not realize I had my mic full gain. Oh my god. Okay, 1 second. I can't. I cook a mean toast? Oh, hell yeah, I'll take it any day. I'll take some toast. Don't give me food. Sorry about that. No, I'm serious. Yeti, it's been so long, though. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to completely destroy you. Let's get into the game, though. It's been 5 minutes. So, recap, I guess, if you haven't seen all the other things I put out. I'm trying to remember exactly where we were. But basically, everybody's starting to go a little crazy in Hinamizawa. Everyone's losing it, and our boy Kaichi is going insane because he feels like he's being targeted and threatened and wanting to be killed. Blah 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 blah. And basically now it's all about dealing with the distrust that he has for all of the citizens of Hinamizawa. And you know, he found a needle inside of his food. He thinks that well, Rena herself said that she doesn't trust him. There's assassination attempts. He doesn't know if he should trust the police or trust the people. He doesn't even know if he could trust himself, and he fears that he might be killed because of Oyashi's curse. So that's where we're at right now. Boy's going insane, trying to deal with the fact that he might die. Let's find out. So, this is the first time I'd ever woke with such clarity. It was 5:59, just moments before my alarm would go off. I was amazed at the precision of my internal clock. I had made preparations for the next— oh, god damn it. Okay, I'll see you guys in like a minute. I'm gonna go pee. Thanks, Forrest, but god damn it. Here it comes. I'll be right back. not. Hello? I left so he could go off. Okay, it's just taking a while. I'll be our... Alright, so that's over with. Rip Yeti. Oh, Luke. It's been a long time since I've seen you, Luke. Also, Mason's here. If I missed you, I'm sorry. Anybody else out there, but welcome. I made preparations for the next day of school before I went to bed. And don't worry, I will change it eventually. Okay? It's just... I don't know of a very long ear rape to put. I don't want it to be the same one. I want to change it every month, but... I changed quickly and descended into the deserted lower floor. It appeared that my mom was still asleep. Neither breakfast nor lunch was ready. Yesterday, I just illiterately declared... Wait. What? Unilateral? What the... Unilaterally declared that I would be leaving early today, so it couldn't be helped. I slathered jam on some bread and topped it with instant cocoa. Just as I was finishing up breakfast, Mom rose groggily from her slumber. My Kaiichi, you're up early. Is there some sort of school event? Not really. Answering bluntly, I picked up my bag and stood after stuffing 2 slices of bread down my throat. Wake up and get that bread. You made this donation sound longer, didn't you? Yes, I did. Well, the last week of Halloween I made it longer. It's just I've yet to change it, so... You're leaving already? What about lunch? If you don't wait a bit, I can't make it. If I waited for her to make my lunch, then I would end up being the same... It would end up being the same time as usual. It's $2. It earns all the time it gets. True. If I did that, it would raise the chances of me running to Rena and Mion on the way. Yes, from today onwards, I was going to go to school alone. I'll be fine for today. And what will you do for lunch? I'll slip out and buy some bread or something at the store. Really? Then here's some lunch money. Be sure to bring back the receipt. I took the 1,000 yen bill from Mom and slipped it into my pocket. It's pretty early. Is Rena-chan up this early? No, just me. Did you tell Rena-chan that you're leaving early? I have no reason to tell her every little detail, now do I? Finding it difficult answering the onslaught of questions, I made an annoyed face. Tell Rena that I went ahead when she comes. Oh wait, that was the other way around. Hey, Kaiichi, wait! It's not that I didn't trust my parents, I just couldn't rely on them. They couldn't help me. I could only hope that they didn't get involved. It was safer that way. Yes, I have 5.8k, but it doesn't matter. It's still the same as when you were 3.5k, Luke. My mom's annoyed voice was cut off by the slam of a door. For the first time since I moved here, I headed down the road to school alone. Yuddy, no you. Also, how's it been? Like, where'd you go? Are you busy with school or something? Up until now, I'd always walked down the same path at the same time each day, so I always met with the same people at the same places. But today was different. I didn't meet the police I would normally, and nobody was at the places where I would have normally met them. Of course, Rena wasn't in the spot where we usually met, and there wasn't anyone at the spot where we would have met up with Mion. The length of the trees, shadows, the morning air, and the brightness of the sun. It was a completely different type of morning from what I was used to. Without a doubt, it felt strange. It left me with the impression that I had destroyed the illusion Hinamizawa had set up for me before it had enough time to prepare all of these props needed to deceive me. My Kaiichi-kun, you're so early today. Is everyone meeting early this morning? The person who called out to me was someone we always passed by as they were taking a walk along the edge of the fields. Just not talking, I was scared to come back. Aw, well, I'm sorry. You're always welcome here. Anyone's always welcome here, unless you're absolutely, like, vile. Like, if you're an actual problem, but you've never been an issue. Their name was, I forgot. Of course, this wasn't the spot where we usually pass each other. I woke up early today, so I thought it would be a good change of pace. That's all. I threw out a random excuse. What about Rena-chan and Mion-chan? Are you by yourself today? Well, yeah. I was being asked the same type of question my mom was asking. That's a line, you know it. Have you done it? Dude, Blue Yeti! Blue Yeti! How about that? Fuck the Blue Yeti. But I like Yeti, but I don't like the Blue Yeti. God damn it. Son of a bitch. Hate this mic. Fuck. But beep! A car horn blared from out of nowhere. Even though I was walking, lost in thought, that horn was way too close. A mechanical behemoth barreled at me from behind, catching me completely off guard. By the time I turned around, the van's hulking chassis was almost on top of me. I'd seen plenty of cars veer to the opposite shoulder to avoid pedestrians, but this car was doing the opposite. It felt like there was somebody on the opposite shoulder, and the van was swerving in my direction to avoid them. That blissfully ignorant train of thought delayed me from realizing something much, much more important. The large mass was hurling right at me. Oh shit. We're gonna get handled. We're gonna get taken. What is this, abduction? Was it going to hit me? The inside of my head instantly flooded with a painfully cold liquid. In that moment, the scene before me, no time itself, had frozen. Huh? What the fuck is... Ah! What's going on? In the silence of that frozen moment, I compared the van, so close that I had no way to dodge it, and my body, the upper half twisted awkwardly in order to look behind me. There was no way I could dive out of the way in my current position. If I lost focus now, this moment would unpause, and I would probably be plowed over, caught in this silly pose. Bend my upper body over towards the paddy by the side of the road. If I bent far enough, I'd get away with just being hit by the side view mirror. As soon as the thought crossed my mind, the temporal stasis was shattered by the deafening sound of the van. What the fuck is going on? It's the mic. The mic brand is trash. The side mirror struck my shoulder, sending me spinning off through the air like a top, locked in my contorted position. Kersplash! I really be like that. Sent tumbling through the air, I crashed into the muddy paddy by the side of the road. My entire body was soiled and drenched. But the choice I had made in that instant was unmistakably for the best. I was covered in mud, but when the alternative was being hit by the car, it was the closest I could be to being unscathed. Rising out from the paddy, I had enough in me to glare over at the stopped van and yell profanities at the driver. Wow, edgy. I'm not sure if he was able to see me, but the van sped off suddenly. What a tough guy, man. Wait! Damn it! This is what they call a hit and run, wasn't it? I couldn't help but continue yelling out profanities. Frick! Okay, hi Hex, bye Hex. Oh hey, I just want to thank you, Woohoo. For what, Yeti? What? What'd I do? I don't know what the fuck I did. I usually don't do anything good. I couldn't help but continue yelling at profanities. The disgrace from being covered in mud hurt me more than any physical wounds. I slogged through the muddy patty and made my way back onto the road. You're the whole reason I got into Tunia. You're welcome? Question mark? Hope you're enjoying the anime today, at least. This is a crime, goddammit. What, did they post something in Degenerates? Shit! I'll track you down and sue you. Oh, if I go looking for our van, I'm sure to find it in this little village. You frickin' hacker. No, you little frick-frack paddywhack. Give a dog a fucking bone. The path I was on had rice paddies on either side, and it had become so narrow that one car could barely fit through. It wasn't a place you could tear full speed down in a car, let alone pass by pedestrians. Not only was it a narrow road, but the car just now was closer to my side of the road than the other when it went past me. Even as I cursed, I was desperately trying to suppress the dark cloud rolling up inside me. Oh, fuck you. This wasn't just a hit and run. That car just now was trying to run me over, wasn't it? All right, here comes the conspiracy again. Oh! And the cicadas, the Higurashi. Okay, now he's going insane again. Now he thinks the car tried to kill him too. So let's recap. Police want to kill him. Cute girls want to kill him. The citizens want to kill him. Gods want to kill him. And now rapist fans want to kill him. Poor guy. Thinking back, I did feel like there had been a car creeping up on me slowly for a while. That's right. As soon as I'd parted ways with that person taking a walk, I had that feeling the whole time. If it had wanted to pass me, then it had no shortage of chances. Normally, I would have felt suspicious and turned around sooner. But I was lost in thought, and now was kicking myself for not realizing it was there sooner. What do you mean, stop giving it away? We already saw this. We already... I only recapped what we already had going on. What do you mean, giveaway? And then, when the path became narrow and there was no one else in sight, he floored it. If I had hesitated for even a moment, the result would have been no laughing matter. As the adrenaline rush from nearly being run over subsided, and the realization of just how terrifying the preceding events were sunk in. There was no doubt about it. That van was intentionally trying to hit me. A cold, vicious sweat seeped from my scalp and slid down my back before dribbling off. You're supposed to let them think everyone else is the bad people. They are. They've been trying to kill us. I struggled to avoid falling into a panic. There was still the possibility that this was really just an accident. Calm down, Kaiichi. But also, don't be so naive, Kaiichi. Being that lax will get you killed next time. You need to always be on your toes. Don't give them any openings. If my enemy was really out to kill me, then next time, they would use a more reliable method. If that time came, and I was acting like I was now, I being covered in mud was the price I had to pay.
Yeah.
Don't you fucking yaw me. Captain Shadowblade? I will eat your ass. Covered in mud, but without injury, not even a sprain. I guess this is what you would call the silver lining. I began walking again, this time cautiously. I wouldn't even show a hint of carelessness. I had suspected only Rena and the others up until now. No, it was because I had suspected them that I had believed there were no other enemies. Oishi-san had said so, didn't he? There was the possibility that all the families of the village were involved. Was I really mired so deeply in the situation that I had no chance but to try and carry on as usual? Wouldn't it be safest just to hole myself up in my house? But the moment I abandoned my regular routine, everything around me would abandon theirs as well. That was just too horrifying of a thought. I recalled the tales Oishi-san told me of when Hinamizawa was still called Onagafuki. A frightening tale of an entire village of demons hunting their prey, surrounding them, and eating them alive. One must not interfere with the demons. One must pretend not to see it. The enemy were numerous, all the village families. The villagers, with their unwavering faith in the curse, would do nothing to help me. The strong, sudden flash of sunshine made me slightly dizzy. I had no idea what was going on anymore. When I suspected it was the work of a man, I would catch a glimpse of Oyashiro-sama's curse. And when I suspected it was Oyashiro-sama's curse, someone would poke their head out. What was coincidence? What was intentional? Who was the enemy? Who was just a bystander? No. What I really, truly wanted to know was, how did I end up with the proverbial bullseye painted on my back? Eventually, an answer in a form I can understand will appear. I don't care when that will happen, because until then, I cannot die. That alone fueled my resolve to fight and will keep me alive. Good job, Kaichi. I remembered seeing the metal bat in the gym storage shed, but there was a padlock on the door barring my entry. At the very least, I wanted to get my hands on it before everyone else arrived at school. I circled around the school grounds impatiently. But all I could find were things like pieces of lumber, nothing that I could bring into the classroom easily. Relatable. Then, I had an epiphany. I should search inside the classroom. What the fuck is relatable? If it was something in the classroom to begin with, then there wouldn't be a problem. I could tell that everyone's indoor shoes were still in their lockers. Good thing I came early. Nobody else was here yet. I wondered what could I find in the classroom. I didn't think I could find an especially effective weapon like a bat, but it couldn't be helped at this point. Until the gym storage shed was open, I needed to find a substitute. A lingering hint of French whispered that there was no way I'd be attacked at school. I know what the fuck that means, but I don't know how to pronounce that shit. Don't say nya! If you say nya username, I'll get to eat your ass, boy. But such soft ideas would no longer protect me. To think that they were slowly making their way into parts of my life that I had once thought impenetrable. In the worst case, my own house... Oh my fuck, Yuddy! My own house might not be safe anymore. That was an incredibly frightening thought. But I believed that not considering the worst case scenario would have been even more frightening. Anyways, I will survive. So long as I lived, then I will definitely be able to escape this labyrinth of nonsense. Definitely. Let's get the fucking bat, you bitch. God damn. Oh, fuck. We're done. We're donezo. Can't handle this. My exploration of the classroom came to an impasse. That was much to be expected. There was no way there would be anything that could be a weapon in the classroom. In case of emergency, there was probably nothing I could do but swing my own chair around. My gaze landed on the lockers that had come to be used for personal storage. The locker that Mion used to store her pile of games was among them. There was one for each person in the class all lined up. Of course, there was one for me as well. Oh yeah, there was supposed to still be a tracksuit in my locker. Seeing me covered in mud would be strange. I should go change me. Oh my god! But first, I needed a weapon. Woo, give me mod. I will ban those that use Nia. And timed out. Yeti is here. I know, I'm surprised. Yeah. Yeti's totally chilling. Me! Oh my god! If one of my classmates came, it would be hard to rummage through all the lockers. I swiftly began opening the lockers one by one. They were mostly just filled with things like gym clothes, personal items, and umbrellas. An umbrella. If I couldn't find anything better, then this would have to be my weapon. I was about to give up on finding anything decent when I opened a locker that held exactly what I wanted. It was, without a doubt, a metal bat. Yay! Shut the fuck up. It was well worn and pretty beaten up, but there was no doubt it was usable. In that locker that reeked of mold, there also hung a baseball uniform. It was probably the locker of a student in a Pee-wee league or something like that. If that was the case, then he'd probably ask for it back. At that time, I could hear the voices of the children scuffling their way noisily in from the hallway. Amongst them, I could make out Rika-chan and Satoko. Oh, beat their fucking head in. Oh, great. Trying to break my voice again.
My, you're quite early this morning, Kaiji-san.
I nonchalantly hid the bat I was holding behind my back.
What is with your outfit? You're covered in mud.
Yeah, I had a little incident. I'm gonna change now, so cut me some slack. With that said, I began taking off my clothes. Satoko began to blush just as I expected her to. Whoa! FBI, stop!
Change in front of a lady? Have you no tact at all?
Stop? I would think that a lady staring at... Oh, I would think that a lady staring at someone who was changing would be the one lacking in tact. There's no changing room for the boy, so just deal with it. What the fuck? Okay.
FBI, open up!
Do the Higurashi challenge. Go to any of your malls, go to a mall, and start just fucking stripping in the middle of the mall. Just be like, well, there's no boys' rooms.
FBI, open up!
There's no boys' rooms, so I just gotta change here.
FBI, open up!
See how well it goes for you. As Satoko feigned disgust, she went into the hall, still blushing. Ah, fuck! Conversely, Rika-chan continued to stare at me, preparing to change. If Rika-chan is a lady as well, then I don't think it would be appropriate for you to be watching.
I'm not a lady.
FBI, open up!
Oh shit.
FBI, open up!
I don't know how I feel about that! She deliberately pouted and looked at me with upturned eyes. Then starting now, you're a lady.
FBI, open up!
God fucking, how many FBIs are there? This whole thing is FBI ridden. If I'm a lady, I suppose I was. Rika-chan appeared to be satisfied with being considered a lady, made her way to join Satoko in the hallway. Just as I breathed a sigh of relief, Rika-chan stopped suddenly and turned back towards me.
FBI,
God fucking FBI! Open up!
FBI, open up!
Yeah.
And then a fucking yeah, of course. It seems that Rika-chan had noticed the bat. Yeah, just so you know, I was feeling a bit out of shape, so I thought I'd try practicing my swing.
I think
It's wonderful to take care of you. She was talking like an old lady despite her appearance. After saying that, Rika-chan started to leave again, but stopped and looked back at me once more. This allows the bat. Okay. It seems she already knew I took it out of someone's locker. There was no name on that locker. I don't know whose bat it was, but I would be borrowing it until they complained. You didn't even spell your name right, Yeti. Oh. It wouldn't be for long, just until the gym storage shed was opened. After quickly changing into the tracksuit, I checked the time. I still had plenty of time before class began because I came so early.
Help me! Oh my god!
Who's taking that bat?
No!
I took the bat in one hand and went out to the schoolyard. That was, of course, to practice my swing. I needed to make it known I would always have a bat on me so I could practice my swing. At some point, the sunlight had become even stronger. Disregarding my classmates as they made their way to school, I took my position in the shadow of the school building. I wasn't the academic type, and I wasn't much of an athlete either. I might get muscle pain if I just suddenly started swinging. Oh, God. No! You're supposed to spam. Within reason. That was a completely fitting thing. That completely fit. Because the whole thing was FBI ridden. Like right now, if they did it, it's a problem.
Help me! Oh my god!
Yeah, like right now, it's a
Help
problem.
me! Oh my god!
If it's relevant, then it's fine. I doubt anyone would think I was doing something out of the ordinary.
Help me!
Which was the exact opposite of my actual mental state. I gripped the bat and swung lightly. The bat was by no means light. The weight would make it a reliable weapon when I needed it to be. Of course, I could only pray that the moment I needed to use this as a weapon would never come. Just carrying it around could deter attacks against me. At least, that's what I hoped. Now we're just talking about JoJo. Does it fit? You hear that swoosh? Ah, fuck! Not them again. Begone thoughts. Alright.
Kai-chan! What are you doing?
Being bombarded with such a hysterical voice, I jumped.
Wow, Kaichi-kun, are you on the baseball team? The baseball...
Oh, wait, who is that? Wait. It was Ren and Mion. Wait, was that her? Who was...
Who the fuck is talking? I wish they had names.
I was, oh, wait.
I was surprised to hear...
Wait, who is talking? I forgot. Did she say Kai-chan?
I was surprised to hear you went off ahead. What are you doing, Kai-chan?
Can't you tell by looking? I'm practicing my swing for the championship. You can say it's part of my diet if you want. Bitch! Yeti! Bam! Got him. Diet?
Kai-chan, are you really that fat?
I bet you didn't know I actually have a beer belly. It's plump and jiggles.
Plump and jiggles?
We not? Rena, you don't have to imagine something weird like that. We not? Can we fucking not? To distract Rena from imagining something that vulgar, I ruffled her hair messily. Well then, hope you make it to the region.
Hope you make it to the regionals at least. This old man will cheer you on.
Regionally speaking, it seems that Oishima High is pretty strong. They say their southpaw, the Kun, is amazing. Good luck.
Wait, two green boys in chat at the same time? What kind of world is this? Seems they've made me out as some kind of local prodigy, but oh well. Well, if I really did make it to the championship, it would be a cinch. Yeah, after all, I'd be the pitcher and the catcher. I'd pitch the ball, then run past that ball I just threw, and change over to being the catcher in a burst of super incredible explosive speed. I laughed dryly at the ludicrous image. Going back to my senses, I smashed the bat against the ground. 90. Damn it! What am I laughing at? Okay. What the fuck? Oh, shit. Why is it so fucking funny? The trumpet, man. I pounded the ground over and over. With each impact, the reverberation traveling through the bat stung my hands. If they make me smile like that, I'll nug. Don't allow anyone close to me. Don't trust anyone. No matter how many times I tell myself that. God fucking damn it! You son of a bitch! Fuck! If they made me smile like that, no! I already knew quite well. There were demons dwelling in my smiling friends. But I just couldn't believe it. Did that kind of split personality really exist? Like how Rena confessed to the doctor? Were they simply being possessed by Oyashiro-sama? In other words, did a supernatural being like Oyashiro-sama exist, and was it possessing everyone to try and kill me? Yeah, that'd be wonderful. MCS Tourette's confirmed. I know, right? Fuck! He just starts yelling. If only everyone were actually my friends all along, and everything was all just Oyashiro-sama's fault. You damn fool, Kaichi-Mabra! Come on now! I yelled out, drawing all of my power from the pit of my stomach and raised the bat violently into the air. God fucking damn it, Mason. And... I think that was my first green boy kill. I took the green boy kill virginity. Take that, mods. Oh, wait. Stop being so soft. As I screamed out with all of my might, I beat the metal bat into the ground over and over. With every impact, my weakness was being beaten down. Smash. forget. Smash, don't be soft. Smash, know your enemy. Why is it just sounding like Gen Z, like, national anthem? Smash, forget, smash, make sure you're not soft, smash, know your enemy, smash, like hell I'd let them to kill me. God damn it. Oh? My shoulders heaving up and down from my ragged breathing, I heard the first bell ring just as I calmed down. F for your car, yeah, big F. For those that don't know, Sin got into a big oof. You can find it on one of my tweets. I forgot which one it was, but he got into a big oof with a car, and that's not good. Glad you're still here with us. It's actually been a shitty year for you. Like, hold on. First you smash your hand, now you smash your car. What's next? You're gonna smash... Well... Who are you gonna smash? I gasped with a sudden realization. That was the final bell. As I felt all the tension drain from me, I let out a deep breath. My mind was in a muddled state for much of the entire day. I didn't feel like I was awake, but it didn't feel like I was asleep either. I couldn't say it felt especially comfortable, but I felt a kind of relief that the sanctity of the school, part of my daily life, had yet to be violated. How long would I have to keep on living like this? I could only grit my teeth and bear with it as this living hell slowly gnawed away at me.
Kaiji-kun! Come on! It's club time! Club time!
Also, could we have a little moment to say, God bless, thank goodness you live, Lil G? Bless Lil G, he's unbanned. He's allowed back on the Discord server, apparently. I didn't even know you were banned in the first place. What the fuck did you possibly do? The sound of Rena's voice brought me back to my senses.
Come on, Kai-chan! Stop spacing out! Bring your desk! Everyone was moving their desks together as usual.
Or was she talking to me, or did I just completely... I fucked that up. That's right, it was happy fun club time. But I had no intention of taking part. I haphazardly stuffed the contents of my desk into my bag as I prepared to go home. It was a weak-handed gesture to avoid having to actually say, I'll be going home now.
What's this, Kai-chan? You plan on going home right away again? Mion sounded quite disappointed.
God fucking... Boom! I'll take out all trumpet users. If you play trumpet, you're bad. Pick up a saxophone, bitch. I sound quite disappointed. I'm just not in the mood. Could you just let me be for a while? The tone of the words that spilled from my mouth watched Mion's disapproving glare. I got banned from a meme. Well, most people get banned from memes. It felt like the air in the room had dried out. Satoko looked like she was about to say something, but perhaps dissuaded by the mood, she swallowed her words and stayed silent. Worst thing is, I just ordered like a 3K worth of parts for my car, then I crashed. Lol. Lucky they refunded, so I gotta wait for it now. God damn. Well, that's technically your 3. They do say bad luck comes in waves of 3s. So, that's your third one. Your hand smash, your car blowing up, and now your parts being ordered and then having to refund those. That's 3 big bad things at once, so next thing should be good. Nobody said a thing. I took that to mean that I could leave if I wanted, but the collective gaze of the 4 of them, like the tiny pins used to mount an insect in a display, held me in place. Rena was the one who cut through the heavy mood. Should I buy a loud ticket then? I mean, if you feel it. Feel those vibes.
Yaiji-kun, you just didn't like playing with girls, I guess.
Are they calling me gay? She said in such a melancholic tone. Melancholy. I know it's melons. Well, she more has like grapes, but regardless. Tone that it sent a wave of pain racing through my heart. If the pain was going to kill me, I wanted to be the soft part of me that could still feel pain. I tore at my chest, violently tearing out the pins that held me in place. That's not it at all! It'd only be hurting myself for saying anything more, so I swallowed my words. Cutting things off there, I turned away and exited the classroom. They didn't speak a word to me as I left. It was a long, dull trip back home, but I didn't lose focus. I firmly squeezed the grip of the bat, which was already soggy from sweat. Realizing that, I wiped it down with my sleeve. If something were to happen, I wouldn't want it to be slippery. Since this morning, I'd become especially sensitive to the presence of cars. Even while walking, my ears pricked up and sought out threatening sounds and presences that could be present. I want to fucking die. That could be closing in. And that was why I could hear it. Without a doubt, there were footsteps. Those footsteps had matched up perfectly with mine for a while now. From what I could sense, it was just one person. But I had no intention of being careless. Did they intend to follow me? Like that car this morning. Until we were in a good location to assault me. Then it wasn't a good idea to keep walking like this. I stopped walking and looked back. The wooden path crowded with trees responded with silence as if there was nobody there to begin with. But I wouldn't be fooled. I was certain footsteps were following me. And just as I stopped, the footsteps stopped as well. Meaning, the person following me wanted to keep their distance. That was without question proof that I was their target. I held my breath, waiting for that presence to panic and start moving again. The trees rustled with the sound of the wind. The Higurashi also joined in the dissonant chorus, trying to throw my focus into disarray. Had 5 minutes passed? Or had it been like this for a whole 30 minutes? It was so hard to breathe that I might have suffocated. It seemed I would be the first one to panic. Without a doubt, he was lurking in the shades of that tree with bated breath. Then, I'd make the first move. I fixed my grip on the bat. I raised it up to my shoulder to be ready to swing it at any time. Hey! I know you're there! With all of my might, I screamed at whoever was hiding in the shade of the trees, but the presence in the shade didn't bulge. Until the moment I found them, they had no intention of revealing themselves. I know already! I know you're there! I screamed out angrily at them again, but even still, they didn't move at all. Then, I'll go over there myself. Oh shit. It's your boy. With all due diligence, I approached step by step. Stepping into the tree's shadow, I saw a human figure there. That figure was curled up like a small animal. It's a girl. Rena! Is MC 11037? Sure, dude. When she realized I had found her, expression softened. She seemed apologetic, but wasn't going to speak a word.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we could make him 11037. You know, he's got the bat. He's a little bit of a douche sometimes. I think we could. That's fine. I'll headcanon that for now. Kaiichi is now 11037 in a different life. Super baseball star. Did you have some business with me? I wouldn't accept that silence and screamed the question at her. Oh my god.
Not really, it's just,
Rena was in a panic with tears welling up in her eyes, but it was obvious that she had been following me. What about
the club?
Since you're not... Oh wait, that's me. What about the club?
Since you're not, I'm not.
That shouldn't matter. Don't mind me and just play. Oh, this is sad as fuck.
But I'm just worried about you.
Plus, he has a girl trying to kill him. True. True. Thinking about how I'd been acting up until now, it wasn't hard to imagine that my behavior could have been perceived as strange. So Rena was concerned. At a quick glance, that's how it would seem. But I wasn't going to let my guard down that easily. Even if that was really the case, she still wouldn't have to do something like trying to tail me. She should have called out to me when I was leaving and gone out right with me. But Rena didn't do that. She kept her distance from me and matched my walking speed. On top of that, she matched the sound of her footsteps and deviously tried to hide her presence from me. Then, after she realized I noticed she was there, she held her breath and she tried hiding from me. She wore a timid expression that would force one to take pity on her, but without a doubt, she was tailing me. Damn. Damn, holy shit. Stop following me.
Ow!
Still glaring at Rena, I continued walking onwards. After I'd walked for a bit, she ignored my command and began walking again, so I yelled at her once more. I told you not to follow me!
But my house is in the same direction!
Then walk ahead of me. I'll start walking once I can't see you anymore. I moved out of the way and waved my bat violently to urge her forward. Holy shit!
Threat? That's a threat! You can't threat! Holy
Holy shit!
I'd like to go home together with you.
Making a pitiful expression, she meekly squeaked out the words in a voice that she knew would cut into my heart. That agitated me to no end. I knew it was a lie. If you wanted to go home together, then you should have called out to me. Now you're just blurting out random lies.
I'm sorry! I'm sorry!
It seemed that the seething anger within me was written all over my face. Even without me saying anything, Rena understood what I was feeling inside. If you get it, then go. I swung the bat, urging her again to walk. This is a fucking threat. Hell, sorry if I missed one of your streams. You're good, dude. I'm glad to have you here. You can miss 100 streams and make it to 1. That's all that matters, man. Thanks for coming back. Rena looked back and forth between me and the bat and started walking hesitantly, then stopped again. Go on, then. Hurry!
I'm going, so please stop with the bat. It's scary.
Rena guarded herself while pointing at me holding the bat. She may have realized that I was planning on using the bat for baseball. Oh, wasn't, sorry. I lowered the bat, but still guardedly opened the way for her. Go. There's no problem now, is there? Is it me, or is this heartbreaking if they aren't in control of what's happening? I mean, Rena probably has no idea what's going on. Yeah. I mean, to some extent, yeah.
Oh no!
If, because I forgot what her mental disability, right? Maybe, you'll see. ... There was nothing else she could protest. Like, the beautiful thing about this game is, what do you believe? You can have your theories, like, what do you believe is happening? She passed by me timidly, so as to not set me off. As I watched her pass by, she stopped completely after having barely moved at all. Jari, eat my ass. Or however you say that. Oh, fuck, what is that? 909-291-67, and I'll leave the last 2 digits unknown. Good luck. Then a powerful gust blew past us, barraging my face with dust. What? The dust got into my eyes and clouded my vision. While rubbing my eyes with my left hand, what the fuck? What happened? I swung blindly with the bat in my right, protecting the small opening I had presented. But Rena didn't even try to attack during that opening. Attack me? No. She hadn't budged an inch. I could tell from the sound of her fluttering skirt in the wind. You can hear skirts? I wonder what that sounds like. As her skirt settled, so did the silence. That was perfectly fucking timed. So did the silence. Oof. Fuck me. At that moment. Oh, fuck me. Why does that girl... That got me so off guard, dude. At that moment, the voice inside of me immediately warned me of impending danger. Oh, I'm completely out of the scene now. God damn it. I was caught by surprise. The smell of the air had changed. Without me realizing it, the air around me suddenly felt like a calamity was about to befall me. It was like the air had suddenly become invisible, concrete, like Rena and I were locked in that space. Rena didn't move an inch. Also unable to move, I stared at her back. Rena was the first to break the silence. Instantly, she altered her stance. I felt like I had just witnessed her shift from Rena into that other person who looks like her. But the voice was one I knew well, which filled me with a kind of bewildering pity. Carelessly, I felt relief upon hearing that pitiful voice.
Well, excuse me, but, can I ask you something?
You tried to even turn around. Rena squeezed her voice out desperately as she trembled. What?
Why do you have a bat? I wonder.
The question Rena asked was by no means unexpected. I can carry whatever I want. But
you didn't have one up until today. Why so suddenly?
it's alright if I decide to do something suddenly, isn't it? Is it strange that I have the bat?
Because, Keiichi, you're not the kind of person to play baseball.
Wow, you call me fat? Fuck off.
It's weird.
I couldn't tell what kind of answer she was looking for, and I was getting tired of answering her. I just suddenly got the urge to play baseball. Is that so weird?
It's weird.
She answered instantly. That annoyed me slightly.
I just suddenly
wanted to play baseball. I wanted to practice my swing, so I'm carrying around a bat. What's strange about that?
Strange. Weird. Definitely. Well, is Keiichi-kun also?
Your ramblings are annoying me. Is it that strange for me to have an interest in sports? I tried to sound a bit more threatening to the end of the conversation. Until my suspicions about Rena were cleared, I had no obligation to answer her questions.
I'm sorry.
You did say something. The key word was later. You said something that happens in the story that we have yet to get to, which is what I'm trying to tell you not to say. Act like you're anybody else that has no idea what's going on in the game. Appreciate it. And as the guy that played it, I knew what you were saying, so this time I can actually know what's a spoiler and what isn't.
I'm sorry. Don't get so angry.
Rena still didn't turn around and spat out words of apology one after the next. Just one last thing. Oh wait,
Just one last thing.
I don't feel like talking anymore. Hurry up and go. I yelled loudly at her, causing her to flinch like she had been struck. Seeing her in such a pathetic state caused my heart to ache sorely. But even though she was afraid, she stubbornly kept herself from moving. And before I was able to threaten her again, Rena asked her final question.
Why is that bat the same too?
What did she mean by the bat was the same. I had no idea what she was talking about. Uh-oh. What are you saying?
I mean, why is even the bat the same?
I don't understand what you mean at all. Say it clearly! Even still, Rena didn't turn around. After inhaling deeply, she screamed,
I mean, why is even the bat the same as Satoshi-kun's?
Oh, shit! Oh! Why is even the bat the same? The fuck? Satoshi being... Huh? Upon hearing the name out of the blue, I became dumbfounded for a brief moment. By Satoshi, did she mean the student who transferred out last year? No, that couldn't be. Rena had tried to cover it up by saying he transferred, but Oishi-san told me quite clearly that he was missing. He was the student who sat in my seat up until last year. He was believed to have been demoned away by Oishi-osama's curse. We already know all this, buddy. I don't see anything that says later. Alright, I'll go. Boy, do I have to really go up here? Alright, here we go. Oh, you retracted it. Nice, buddy. Forrest, what the fuck, man? Come on. It says message retracted. Good try. I didn't know the details about his disappearance. The aunt he lived with was killed the night of the Watanagashi by a drug addict, and not long after that, he suddenly vanished and was now missing. The Satoshi and I were... what? My gaze fell to the bat in my hands. Could it be Satoshi Hojo? The message isn't retracted because of timeout? It shouldn't do that. Should it? Let me see. I'm going to test it on you. If I time you out, what happens? No, it stays there. Sorry, Aaron. You're going to be the sheep. It stays there. You retracted it right after you posted it, so you know you did something wrong then, right? You get it now, right? If you retracted it, you know that you said something wrong, so why the fuck did you type it in the first place? I see, so this was Satoshi's bat. This was Satoshi's bat. Since nobody was using it, I borrowed it. I'm just saying, man, please don't do that, for the better of everyone. I'm not trying to be a dick here, I'm just saying. Think about the other people. That's not a problem, is it?
That's not it!
The way Rena said that made it seem like this bat was something that should never be touched. Like it was some sort of offering at a shrine or a memento of the deceased. I could only stand there, perplexed and unable to respond. Rena continues speaking without waiting for a reply. By the way, Aaron, if you don't know how timeouts work, you'll be right back, dude. Don't worry.
Why is it that you're doing the exact same thing Satoshi-kun did when it happened to him?
Rena was talking about more than just the bat belonged to Satoshi. Satoshi. Sounds like a really good food. It was
the same as Satoshi-kun.
He joined
the baseball team, but he didn't really like baseball.
What's that to do with me?
Satoshi-kun also suddenly started walking around the bat one day. He joined a team, but he wasn't the type to play sports.
What about it? I closed my mouth before I could say that out loud. Listen carefully, Kaiichi. Rena's trying to tell us something important.
Satoshi-kun also, one day came to school by himself all of a sudden. Just like Kaiichi-kun.
Then one day,
Then one day, he suddenly started practicing his swing, just like Kaiichi-kun. Then one day, he suddenly began carrying the bat around with him, just like Kaiichi-kun. Then one day, he suddenly...
And one day he suddenly what? Rena had swallowed her words. Rena's sudden silence brought a hush back to the surrounding area.
Oh!
It was then that I could finally digest the content of the entire conversation. She was saying my chain of actions was suddenly the same as Satoshi's. Or Satoshi? Is it Satoshi or Satoshi? Satoshi sounds like a currency. Let me see here. How do you say this fucking name before I butcher it even further? Well, that's a beautiful boy that showed up. Wow, that is a fucking hunk. And in hunk-wise, I mean, looks like he's 90.
Satoshi.
Satoshi? That
You
does.
can't spell nutrition
That is
without
not. Can I get an actual pronunciation instead of a robot? How to pronounce? Thank you.
Satoshi.
It's all fucking. Give me a real voice. Satoshi. Okay, Satoshi. Got you. Satoshi. Was the meaning of this. Finally found an actual fucking voice. Up until just now, I'd forgotten all about Satoshi. I had never paid much thought to him in the first place. Not only that, I didn't even know anything of what he'd done. My actions today should have been my own creation after all the planning I had done, but they had been the exact same as Satoshi's. And Satoshi, no more importantly, if both Satoshi and I acted the same, then there was a really good possibility that what happened after would be the same. Rina, that day, what happened to Satoshi? Rina knew. She knew what became of Satoshi. No, forget about what happened to a guy in the past. Rina knew what was going to happen. To me. Answer me, Rina. Satoshi, what happened to him? With that, I grabbed Rena's shoulder violently and forcibly turned her around to face me. And as I faced her, I felt a jolt travel through my entire body.
Nani?
Ah, God fucking damn it, the face is back. I hate that face, dude. That face is haunting. The longer you stare into it, I swear to God. Oof. He told you.
Oh no!
It was that person that I didn't know. At least, it definitely wasn't the Rina Ryugu I've been talking to up till now. The voice just now didn't have a trace of the trembling or emotion that it had before. The amount of regret I felt for turning her around so carelessly was unsurpassed. The gaze that pierced like a cold needle, the smile on her face that invoked an image of having been carved out by a knife. Chills went down my spine. My mind froze under a layer of rime. Both of Rena's eyes pierced through mine, leaving me unable to look away, as if to remind me of the fear from that time before. Rena brought her face close to mine, so close that I could feel her breath. This is getting hot. Her face had filled my entire field of vision. Then, her sharply shaped lips grew even sharper, like the curve of a crescent moon. She grinned.
I told you, Daichi-kun.
After a short pause, Rena repeated the same words again.
Satoshi-kun, you see, transferred out.
Transferred? Meaning what? What Rena meant must have been some new definition of transfer I was previously not aware of. My throat and lips dried up. I couldn't even acknowledge what I had just heard. All I could do was swallow down my own saliva. It would seem that Rena saw that as a nod. She pulled her gaze back and spryly stepped back 2-3 paces. As she did, my legs gave out and I fell to my knees pathetically. Rena, and me on my knees underneath her, a motionless smile. That had to be a very odd sight indeed. Seeing me in that pathetic state, she neither scoffed at me nor held out her hand. But I could neither stand nor escape with her gaze shooting through my eyes. There was undoubtedly a metal bat in my hand, but right now it was useless to me. I was like a fly caught in her web. Heavy sweat beaded all over my body. I could feel it dripping from my skin.
Well, you won't, will you, Daichi-kun?
You can't spell nutrition
Rena
without
finally released me from that cage of time after what felt like an eternity. But her question was missing something important. It was incredibly vague. Once again, I swallowed hard, urging her on. Do what? What did she not want me to do?
Transfer.
Oh, welcome back, Aaron. Welcome back, Aaron. Everyone give a big welcome back to Aaron. He made it through it. Thank you for your service. What is it? Veteran Day Monday, or when is it? Whatever Veterans Day is,
Clappity,
you know.
clappity, clap.
He's a veteran of the
Clappity,
wars.
clappity, clap.
I'm gonna bring him back. God damn it, Monica. Get the fuck out of my Minecraft server. Bah! God damn it, Yeti. Get the fuck out of my Minecraft server. Fucking Monica! Exactly, Captain. Bye-bye. God fucking trumpet, man. Oh, that's... Okay. At the bottom, it's called a pinch hitter, but I thought it said pinch Hitler. Like, I got an achievement. I was like, pinch Hitler? Oh, no! That threw me for a fucking loop. I was lost. I don't know why I immediately thought it was Hitler, not fucking hitter. Satoshi and I had what? All my well-planned actions throughout the day turned out to what have been nothing more than a reenactment of what Satoshi had done. Satoshi, had he really been in the same situation as I was now? The friends he had gotten along with had changed suddenly, and for no reason, at least none that I had noticed. Planned to kill him? Then, fearing for his life as I am, he got a bat to protect himself and carried it around every day to practice his swing. And then one day, suddenly, he transferred. My blood went cold, causing a prickling sensation to course through my veins. Starting near my heart, it radiated outwards from the top of my head to the soles of my feet, chilling every part of me without recourse. What did she mention by transfer? I mean, Christ. What did she mean by transfer? Was Satoshi still at wherever he was transferred to? Was he the only one who would be able to understand me? Would he be able to tell me why it all ended up like this? More importantly, where did he transfer to? What did she mean by transfer? What did she mean by transfer? Before I knew it, he was at the foot of my door. Black hearts, dude, stop! You sure do love noir, don't you? The frigid knob was hard to turn. Was nobody home? It wasn't that odd of an occurrence. I reached into my pocket and pulled out that single key attached to my fur seal keychain. I stepped into the entryway. Just as I was about to take off my shoes, a chill ran down my spine. Someone had entered right behind me. Like a classmate messing around, standing right up against my back. Oh, you're kidding, right? It had to be my imagination. Logically speaking, it was impossible for someone to be able to hide their presence without my personal space all the way back through that door. But there was undoubtedly someone behind me. Hey now, Kaiichi. How do you know they're there, even though they're behind you? Because I could hear the sound of flowing hair. There's no other reason I'd hear that sound. That was the presence. I've never heard flowing hair before. What the fuck? Because I could hear the sound of them blinking. What the fuck? Kaiichi Mabura, there's no way you could hear that. I just butchered that. It was mostly instinct than anything else that was warning me of a presence. Common sense was telling me that it was just my imagination. It was just my imagination. There was nobody behind me. I began to erase the mental image of an eerie figure standing behind me. But at the same time, I asked myself, if there was nobody, then what was I feeling? As an uncomfortable sensation crawled up my spine. Actually, wouldn't it be better if there was someone there? If there was nobody there when you turned around, would you be able to accept that? I'd be able to answer all those questions just by looking behind me, but I didn't have enough courage to do even that simple task. Oh, right. I should try speaking with them. The person behind me might answer me. It was a random thought. I didn't care how I went about it, just as long as I didn't have to turn around. If I had calmed down and thought about it, I would have known that wouldn't have solved anything. Who was it? I spoke in such a hoarse, broken voice that I couldn't believe it was my own. I almost I could almost feel them contemplating their response. I felt it. There's no way I should be able to do that. Calm down, Kaichi. It's all in your head. That time, I was certain I heard it. As if hesitantly trying to answer my inquiry, I was certain I could hear the sound of somebody inhaling. I heard it. I heard it. I heard it clearly. It was a girl. A young girl. I don't know who, but a tiny speck of courage in me, however reckless it was, inspired a primal yet fitting solution to this current predicament. A scream. All the force of my body released from my lungs and through my throat, ceasing all thought process in my head, suppressing all my thoughts and emotions. I began to collapse like a house of cards, somehow managing to twist my body and look back as I did so. It was definitely there. Right there. Somebody was there. Until the moment I turned around, until I brought the area behind me into my field of vision, they were definitely there. Falling face up, my eyes traced the remnants of the presence suspended in the empty space. It couldn't be. They were invisible. It looked like they were there. But were they actually still standing there? As I screamed, all the emotion I was holding back burst free in a violent wave. However, I was decidedly calm as my emotional dam collapsed. The turbulent wave of pent-up emotions was skillfully diverted into a torrent of aggression. That emotion was definitely required. Extricate myself from the bizarre situation happening right in front of me. In my state of heightened lucidity, I entrusted my body with fury. The metal bat held firm in my right hand, as if drawn there by a magnet. A mid-level sweep would be the hardest attack to dodge. I remembered reading something like that from a book about swordsmanship or something. I brandished my will to fight. The afterimage of that amalgamation of metal flashed as it swung from left to right, beating against the entryway. The bat slammed to the right wall, the tip rebounding violently. Very calmly, I transferred the force of the rebound into a sweep to the left. Oh! Fuck. The door of the shoe cupboard was split into pieces. Those two swings whiffed through empty space, but they seemed to have a great psychological impact on the enemy. I could feel the panic emanating from that space. The attack wasn't the only thing required. I extracted the bat from the cupboard. It was embedded in and screamed as I spun my entire body around in a large arc. My scream shook the air, imbuing my ferocious swing with even more destructive power. Wreck. Without mercy or restraint, my violent strike, with certainly fatal force behind it, shattered the top of the cupboard. None of the attacks struck the enemy, but my ferocity had certainly seemed to impact them. Breathing heavily, my entire body soaked in sweat, the invisible enemy there, but not there, dispersed. When I was certain that the enemy had retreated, I locked the front door and latched the chain. No way. Had it only feigned retreat and was now inside my house? Once again, I channeled my aggression and searched the house for the presence, but it was gone. I succeeded in fending it off. At that moment, the tension drained from my body and I let out a deep sigh of relief. Holy fuck, he's insane, dude. A hodgepodge of fear, accomplishment, and disbelief all mixed together and began to flow through my body. Unable to deal with each individual feeling, I beat them all back with the strongest exhaustion. Even in this moment, I remained composed. After checking that all the doors throughout the house were locked, I went up to my room on the second floor and closed the curtains. I straightened my back and tilted my head back a little. After clearing my mind of all my idle thoughts, I managed to calm down even more. What was that at the front door? There was definitely something there. Thinking about it, it was just an apparition I dreamt up in my confused state, but I really don't think that was the case. Calm down, Kaichi Mabura. Compose yourself. But no matter how calmly I thought about it, what just happened wasn't a figment of my imagination. It was obviously a supernatural phenomenon, and without a doubt, something was behind me. It wasn't some sort of illusion I saw amidst my confusion and disorientation. Proof? I had just one piece. When I asked who is it, they inhaled as if they were about to answer. That sound had clearly reached my ears. The situation I was in right now was still unclear. Either I had been possessed by the supernatural phenomenon known as Oyashiro-sama's curse, or that it was a ruse by the villagers who believed it and were imitating it. Either way, their motives were unclear. The roundabout way it had been done was about still a mystery. It was perpetrated by humans. That would mean admitting that it was Rena and the rest of them doing it, but it would be solvable. Oishi-san and the rest of the police would surely arrest my enemy, but if it was a manifestation of Oyashiro-sama's curse, I wondered what would happen. Oishi-sama very clearly declared that curses don't exist. Sorry, I read that wrong. At the time, those words were pretty dependable, but as things were now, with the rising possibility that the perpetrators were not human, he suddenly seemed quite unreliable. If I told Oishi-san that the work of Oyashiro-sama's curse, what would happen? I couldn't imagine his reaction, but it would go without question that the void would expand rapidly between myself and Oishi-san. With me having so few allies to begin with, and not being able to confidently declare whether or not this was a curse or not, there was no merit to do that. I'd better keep the facts of what just happened at the doorway to myself. It would be better if I didn't add what happened here. It would be better if I didn't add what happened here to the memo behind the clock. There was still the ever so slight possibility that I was actually confused when I thought I was composed, and I was just going berserk in the entryway. How wonderful would that be if that really was what happened? I'd be able to refute Oyashiro-sama's curse. But if I denied Oyashiro-sama's curse, that would mean admitting that Rena and the rest were the perpetrators. If I said that Rena and the rest weren't the perpetrators, then that would mean believing Oyashiro-sama's curse. Denying both of those, that would be admitting that I myself was losing it. Wow, I love it. Everything you need to know on screen is right here. San, earlier he said, can you sum up everything?
MC.
Right here summarizes absolutely everything you need to know. This screen right here is a perfect recap. Woo! Motherfucker. Mama fucking Mia. The three options from which I couldn't choose became a trilemma
MC.
of sorts. They mixed together and formed a whirlpool in my mind, making my head spin. Once again, I straightened myself
MC.
and leaned my head back slightly to cool myself down. Calm down, Keiichi. Accept what has actually happened as reality. Stop thinking of anything more than that. But I couldn't help but think of it. How wonderful it would be if it turned out I was delirious and everything up until now was a figment of my imagination. Oyashiro-sama's curse
MC.
wouldn't exist. I would still be the bestest buddies with Rena and the rest. It would have been,
MC.
I would have to be crazy. It was the first time in my life I'd ever wished for such a thing. There you go. Or showed you Bitter Boy? No, Bitter Boy's still hidden. Bitter Boy's a dead meme. He's hidden forever, man. Poor Bitter Boy. I think he's the first like actual big bad boy, like long time boy that got banned. Poor boy. The phone rang noisily downstairs. Generally, there was no cause for me, so I never really answered the phone much. But since my parents weren't there, I had no choice. I squirmed off the bed and went downstairs. Oh fuck, it's too long! Long time no see, boy, I wanna eat your ass! Nice. You like it you like it anal? It's really good, right? Zipper Man! Fucking hell. Yeah, Bitter Boy's dead. I wonder if he ever comes to the stream and just chills in chat, but he can't type, you know? I wonder. I fucking wonder. Hello, this is my brother's residence. Hi, Chi, this is Mom. I too really had a bad feeling about this. It was because I thought she was going to ask me to go out and buy some things. No, not Sticky Fingers. Zipper Man! Zipper Man! Holy, that's the worst name you could ever fucking give. Like, maybe you could be like Zigzag or something. Like, Zipper Man? Literally. Zipper fucking Man? Trash, dude. It's so bad. So I took the initiative. What? I don't mind having instant noodles for dinner. There's still a lot of them. The other day I went out with my family and bought a whole case of cup of noodles. Holy shit, lucky boy. I wanted to get a bunch of different kinds actually, but they refused since the individual packets were expensive, so instead I got a whole case of the mega-sized pork bone and ginger flavored ones I liked. But my parents didn't like strong flavors and didn't touch any of them, so the cupboards were still full of them. Fucking wow, lucky boy. The best superhero, Zipper Man. Holy fuck, dude, I swear to God. So you see, there really isn't a need to go shopping, right? Haichi, I'm not asking you to go shopping. Both Mommy and Daddy have to go to Tokyo right now because of work. Ah, of course. The classic Japanese anime trope of... the parents gotta work. Shit. I swear, like, at this point, it's almost as, it's almost as integral to plots as Truck-kun. You guys know Truck-kun? What should we call this one? Gotta work-kun? I don't know. The classic Japanese anime. When shit hits the fan, the plot's going fast. Gotta work. Sorry, see you later. What? You're 13? I'm gonna give you this $400,000 house all to yourself for 5 months. Don't get anyone pregnant. Holy shit. Huh? Right now? This was really abrupt. No, we're already here. We left this afternoon. It was quite a distance to Tokyo from Hinamizawa. Gunning at full speed down the highway would still take 6 hours. Dad has a license, but still he doesn't like the highway. They likely took the... oh, wait. Sorry, Dad has a license, but since they don't like the highway, they likely took a train. It would have taken longer. I'm thinking you might understand since you heard us speaking last night, but it has to do with Daddy's contract. Right now, things aren't going so smoothly. Now that she mentioned it, I did remember that they talked all the time about how his job prospects weren't looking so good. They ain't looking so good. Why did you have to mention Thanos and then we got that? God damn it. But what do you mean? What kind of Thanos command would I add? Daddy's really sensitive about things like this, so if we leave things as they are, it will affect his work. Part of my father's particularly fragile artistic personality, his emotions changed as easily as the fall sky. You could also just say he couldn't take criticism. What is this? Is this the... let's stop there. But something like that can be done over the... something like that can be done over the phone. Paichi, this is your father's job, so can you support him a little bit, please? Oh, man. Anyway, it's just faster to talk about it in person. So there wouldn't be any misunderstandings. As her son, there was nothing more I could say once they started talking about work. So, we'll be back tomorrow night. Kaichi, will you be fine on your own? Snap command, time out half of the chat. I wish there was a way to do that. That'd be chaotic. Imagine if I added a command in which 5 people would have to vote for it, but if 5 people voted for it, someone would get Thanos snapped. That'd be pretty funny. But chaotic. I'd probably have it for like a day as a joke. Be like, hey guys, you want to Thanos snap somebody? You can now. It's not like I die or anything. Kaichi, you shouldn't speak so lightly of dying. If there's something troubling you, just talk to us. I believe Mommy will be able to help out. Yeah. Oh my. Yesterday I did bring up if I died rather abruptly, so I suppose they were a little worried. But really, I was more depressed by the fact that nothing would be solved by telling them. But I didn't plan on dying. At least, not when I still knew nothing. I would never allow it. I won't die. I won't. I'll survive even if I have to gnaw my leg off. Yeah. See you then. Tomorrow's morning, make sure you wake up and eat your breakfast. And don't forget to take a bath and brush your teeth. Aw. That's a mom right there. damn. If I was still in my house, man, you guys would have so many memes. God, it'd be a fucking embarrassing boy. My mom, every single day, when I would live there, back in like high school, a little bit after, before I went off to the military, she'd always barge in my fucking room and be like, in the middle of, I'm on TeamSpeak, right? I'm with like 5 other dudes. She'd be like, make sure to brush your teeth, Harrison. I'm like, Mom, fuck off! I was literally that, Mom, I'm playing Minecraft! I was literally that kid. It was so embarrassing, man. But it's because she loved me. I think she liked the idea, too. I think she was getting a sick, twisted, like, haha, got him.
You can't spell nutrition without studying.
They call on it like that. I know if I was a dad with a kid like that, I'd be like if he was Skyping, I'd show up with just no shirt on. I'd be like, hey, what's going on, Jimbo? Sometimes my parents went off to Tokyo for business meetings. But Tokyo was far away.
Oh!
They normally did things by phone. The times they did go were normally planned out in advance. It never happened this suddenly. I couldn't say that those circumstances didn't feel strange or rather unnatural. Anyway, I only needed to recognize the reality of the situation. That tonight, I was the only one in the house. That when my parents came back from work, I'd be gone. Missing. Vanished. Looking back on the series of events of the previous 5 years involving Orishiro-sama's curse, it wouldn't seem that strange at all. Come to think of it, it was getting pretty late. I didn't think it was good that the only light on in the whole house was from my room on the 2nd floor. It was the same as broadcasting to the enemy that my parents were gone and that this was their chance. First, I ran to the living room, flicked on the lights, and turned the TV onto a reassuring volume. Next was the study. I similarly turned on the lights and some music. With this, I found from the outside, it would look like my parents were here. Once again, I went through the house, checking to see if there was anything left unlocked. When I saw the veranda and the laundry still hanging out there, I went pale. That would have made it too obvious. I needed to take it down. I snatched down the laundry, haphazardly erased all traces that my mother wasn't there. It should be fine now.
That's sexist. The dad couldn't do that too? Fuck this game. This game is hurting my fucking feelings.
This is so sad. Can we abduct women? They hadn't gone all the way to Tokyo by car, but they had gone up to Okinamiya, we'll go with that station. The garage was empty, wide open, and in plain sight. This was no good. I panicked and rushed out to the back to close the normally open garage door. It should be fine now. Ah! I need to get to the paper. Mom always got the paper. Since they left in the afternoon, the evening paper was still out there. Holy shit. He is going fucking crazy, man. My premonition was correct. I pulled out everything from the mailbox and dropped it in the entryway. With this, for sure this time, it should be fine. Come to think of it, leaving the cupboard busted like that from my little freakout was kind of bad. I'll just say I tripped and fell, and the bat I was holding smashed into it. Even so, just leaving it in the current state wasn't good. I should clean up a little more before Mom got back and scolded me. I remember that there was a broom and dustpan in the closet. As I was going to get them, the phone rang once again. It's my mama? Hello, it's the Mayabara residence. Oh, is this Kaiichi-kun? Is your mother around? She isn't here at the moment. You idiot, Kaiichi Mabara. Don't reveal your parents are gone. Wow. Holy fuck. What a fucking idiot. What a fucking what a he just did all that shit. Oh my fuck. You can fall up still. Calm down and take care of it. I think she'll be back soon. Wasn't a good response either. Now they might try to call again, or to tell her to call them when she comes back. Then that's fine. It wasn't anything important. Well then, sorry for the bother. The scenario I fear didn't play out, eliciting a sigh of relief. That call was fortunate in more ways than one. I'd have to deal with more telephone calls coming in from my parents tonight. I was somehow able to deal with the phone call just now, but I couldn't continue to rely on such poor improvisation. Wait, you get more than one phone call a day? What the fuck? I get one phone call like a month. I wish I had hookups. I wish I had friends. I needed to make up a good story. Well, phone call friends. How about that? I needed to make up a good story to explain that my parents were home, but couldn't answer the phone at the moment. They were making tempura and couldn't step away right now. That wasn't good enough. They were sick and went to bed because they weren't feeling well. Not feeling so good. Was that going to be safe enough? I was thinking about it on the way back to my room when the phone rang once again. It was like they were calling because they knew I was going to lie. I didn't want to pick up, but I knew I had to. They'd suspect my parents weren't here. I should have just taken the phone off the hook under the pretense that I didn't realize what it was. But since the phone rang, I had to pick it up. I prepared myself and lifted up the receiver. Hello? So then now saying this is the Myber residence, I had no reason to be kind to someone I didn't know the identity of. But unlike my uncouth voice, the person on the other side sounded goofy and lighthearted. Hello, my apologies for coming so late. This is oh! Right back.
You can't spell nutrition without nut.
My voice was getting, my throat was getting incredibly dry. It's only 11% humidity indoors, so dry day. How did I do his voice?
Kind of like raspy, right? A little bit raspy, a little bit old. This is Oyashi from Okidami
You can't
Bookstore.
spell nutrition without nut.
Icy-san!
Is that you, my bro-son? Good evening. Good to hear you're doing well.
Wait just a moment, please. Alright, here we go. I grabbed the portable handset and rushed up into my room with it. It was the same no matter where I was since there was no one else home, but I wanted to be in a spot that just felt a bit safer when speaking on the phone with Oyashi-san.
Sorry for the wait. How are things? Anything changed since then?
Since then? What does it mean exactly? There was something about the brazen way he talked that rubbed me the wrong way. Hi, Sprig. Long time no see, actually. Been a few. Your name changed. The last time I spoke with Oyashi-san was 2 days ago. The day I stayed home from school, I met Oyashi-san on the way back from the hospital, and we headed into town for lunch and had a talk. Then after that, Rena and Mion came to check up on me. Whenever I spoke with Oyashi-san, they always knew about it. It was like that since the first time I met him. Today's phone call may well be found out by them as well.
Hello? Can you hear me, my bro-son?
Huh? Sorry. What did you say?
Asked if anything changed since last time.
Was an answer.
So I got a bit worried.
Not really. The word stopped in my throat. There was a ton of stuff that happened. All of it baffling. What should I talk about? I didn't understand any of it, but I should try asking. If I didn't ask now, I may never have another chance. This night when my parents weren't home, I had no guarantees I would make it through the night safely after all. Well, Oyashi-san, it seems that someone is after me.
FBI, open up!
Oh shit.
Really?
It could all just be a coincidence, but that day I missed school when I was sick, the two of them came to check up on me.
Which two?
Rena and Mion. Started asking about how I had lunch with you.
What's next?
Left me some mochi, and they came to visit, but there was a needle inside. Fortunately, I somehow didn't swallow it. I wonder, could that have just been a threat?
About the needle.
Huh? Wait. It was just one of those common sewing needles you see all the time. There was a hole to thread string through.
Not that, my bro-son. The needle itself. That's evidence.
It could be used as proof that they threatened you. Where's that needle?
That's right. That's it! I dropped the receiver and rushed downstairs. When I tossed the mochi, I had overlooked it out of terror, but that needle was a valuable piece of evidence. I'd certainly thrown the mochi and needle at the wall together. If it was there, then it would be on the living room wall. But my prudent mother had cleaned that living room wall, and there was not a trace of mochi left on it. Could it be that it dropped in the gap between the wall and the carpet? I frantically searched by running my palm along the carpet, but nothing turned up. I tried moving around the sofa and desk, pulling up the carpet, then flapping it around, but I couldn't find the needle. Did my mom clean up everything without noticing it? It was just 2 days ago. I didn't know what day they collected the burnable trash, but it may still be in the trash bin in the kitchen. I rushed to the kitchen, opened up the lid of the pail, and poured out the contents. But even at a glance, I could tell that it would be incredibly difficult to find a needle in this pile of trash. I was looking for a needle in the trash sack. I know. I'll try running my hand through it. It was a bit gross, but I was looking for a needle. If I felt a small prick, I might be able to find it. It was a pretty tactless method, but it was still the quickest. I held my breath and started striking the pile of trash with my hand. Filth flew about. There was nothing more disgusting than this, but it was not the time to be concerned about such details. I continued on for a while, but nothing turned up. I wanted to search more thoroughly, but I still was on the phone. I shouldn't keep Oishi-san waiting for too long. Later when Mion got back, I'd have to ask her if there was a needle. Mom, sorry. I hastily began scribbling on the notepad affixed to the refrigerator with a magnet. Was there a needle? I scrawled the words on with a red pen. I then dashed back up the stairs where I had been keeping Oishi-san waiting for far too long. Hello?
Hello? How'd it go?
I couldn't find it. I was really overwhelmed back then and...
I see. It would be great if you could find it. Keep it safe.
That's right. The needle wasn't the only incident. I had to tell him about this morning with the hidden run.
Also, Oishi-san, isn't that all? That isn't all.
That isn't all. Actually, this morning, that venom was definitely aiming for me. I could say that without question due to the circumstances at that time.
Did you see the license plate? I could search for it from here.
Damn. I just flipped out yelling at him back then, but I didn't look at the plate. Wah, wah. What failures on my part? With the needle and the plate number. I was so focused just protecting myself that I'd let some of the most important details slip out of my grasp. I punched my pillow, annoyed at how worthless I was.
I'm sorry. I didn't know much more.
And it was just a white van. Of course it'd be a white fucking van.
Nothing to fret about, Maibara-san. Anyone would be shaken up after being hit.
I guess all of this is really... It really isn't a coincidence, is it? Oishi-san started to hem and ha over the other end. I could imagine him folding his arms. Also, Rena is acting strange.
How so?
What Rena said on the way home today, asking why I was so much like Satoshi-kun. Now I could say with confidence that Rena knew what happened to Satoshi. She knew there was more to it than him just simply disappearing.
Rena knows.
She knows something regarding what happened to Satoshi, the kid who was demoned away last year.
What would that be exactly?
Rena said it was the same with Satoshi. She said something to the effect that the way things are going, I'll end up with the same fate as Satoshi.
Fate, you say? Exactly what kind of fate did she say would befall you?
Transferring out, she said.
Transferring out?
Runa said Satoshi transferred out. So given how things are going with me, I'll transfer out, too. Oishi-san let out a stern sigh and then grumbled loudly.
Maibara-san, there's probably some sort of threat, or maybe some type of warning.
I thought so too. At that point, I started to think. Would it be prudent to sum up everything that had happened up until now as the machinations of some human perpetrator? Other than the theory of it being Rina and the others, I was left with Oyashiro-sama's curse actually existing as the only other explanation. Of course, I couldn't tell that to Oyashi-san, except Rina's strange behavior could be proof of other scenarios. Whether it's Oyashiro-sama's curse being real or everything being a part of a conspiracy committed by all of the villagers, Rina was involved. Rina had to know something. Rina was suspicious. What exactly was Rina? I couldn't help but think she was somehow involved with a prior string of mysterious deaths. It seemed to recall that Oyashi-san had admitted that he had dug into Rina's past a little. He was probably just downplaying it when he said a little. Meaning he actually dug pretty deep, most likely. I wanted to hear about Rina. I wanted to know what happened to her previous school, among other things that were still unknown to me. If Rina was somebody I could suspect. No, not that. I wanted to know the truth. Tonight, I was alone in this huge house. Even though I said I couldn't count on them, I had lost the security I felt I had just by my parents being around. It wasn't like this house had some sort of fortress or castle. If a malicious person decided to use brute force, they'd easily gain entry. There were no other residents close to the Mayabara residence. That fucking sucks. No one would be able to hear anything, no matter how loud it was. I had never felt as much resentment towards my father's arsenic temperament and the fact that he had this house built in such a remote location as I did right now. I wonder if I would still be here by tomorrow morning. That's what I ask, right now, because I had no idea when the next chance would come. Where is that coming from? Is it me or is somebody at the door? Oh God. Oishi-san has something I want to ask about. Please don't take anything, keep anything from me. Sure. Sure, ask away, because that's a fucking doorbell, isn't it? Even though he was so far away on the other end of the line, that was the most reliable he had ever felt. I wanted to ask about Rina, about what happened at her previous school. Actually, nice! Regarding Rina's...
You can't spell nutrition without nut.
I noticed a sound that had been going on for a while now. Since I was so focused on the call I hadn't paid attention to at first. But I finally realized it was the doorbell. Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. The time was 7 o'clock. It was past the time the postman would be making a delivery, and past any sensible time for a neighbor to be visiting. I considered just acting like nobody was home, but that wouldn't be good. That would ruin all the work I put into making it look like my parents were home. I need to answer the door. Hello? Mayabara-san? Russian senpai? What the fuck? Hello? What makes you a Russian senpai? Oh, sorry, someone seems to be at the door. I'm gonna go see who it is. A guest? I see. My apologies. Should we end this phone call now? That would be a problem. No, I'll be back in just a second. Do you mind if I just leave the phone on? It's fine. I don't mind. I dropped the handset on my bed and dashed down to the door. I needed to make up a good excuse to get them to leave. I had a hunch it was the lady who called right before Oyashi-san did. Help me. In which case, it would be one of the neighbors who's friends with my mom. I'll just say Mom isn't feeling well and went to bed early. That would be the easiest option. It'd be hard for her to ask me to wake my mom up if she's not feeling well. The bell continued to ring at regular intervals. If someone didn't answer after you ring the bell so much, you'd normally give up and go home, wouldn't you? Without removing the chain, I opened the door slightly and peered out at the visitor. A chill ran down my spine. I knew it. Somewhere deep inside, I had prepared for this moment. I tried to escape, but imagine it was the easiest person to deal with, one of my mom's friends. Oh. It's her again. This bitch!
Nice.
Well, hi, cutie. How you doing?
Good evening.
Rena. There shouldn't be any reason for Rena to come over at this hour. The timing also made me feel uneasy. Because it was just as I was about to ask Oishi-san about Rena. I wish I could have chalked this up to mere coincidence. But those unsettling words from Mion several days ago echoed back through me. I mean, back to me. Same thing, really.
This old man doesn't know.
Are you alone, Rena?
Yeah.
Seems that Mion wasn't with her.
Nice.
But that didn't change the situation at all. Why did you come here?
Hey, Kaiji-kun, I'd like you to open the door so we can talk. Can I come inside, I wonder?
It was true that speaking through the chain door wasn't the right way to talk to a classmate.
Nice.
In my house, the chain has to be on the
Nice.
Sorry, that's me. You know what? I'm gonna just shoot Lil G.
Nice.
You know what? I'm gonna shoot Lil G. I'm gonna shoot Yeti. We're gonna take two out at the same time. There you go. All right, there you go. Good shit. At my house, the chain has to be on at night. Don't worry about it.
Then it can't be helped, I guess.
Rena pouted rather sadly, but she kept smiling at least, and her effort to keep that smile up was quite pitiful. Even though she was tugging at my heartstrings, I didn't lower my guard. As long as I stayed like this, even if it made my heart ache, my life wasn't in danger. What I really feared, more than the possibility that hoodlums would assault me if I removed the chain, was trusting Rena enough to remove the chain and having my friendship betrayed. As long as the chain wasn't unlatched, even if it made my heart ache, I wouldn't have to deal with being betrayed by Rena. Since it didn't seem like I'd removed the chain from her silent urging, she appeared to give up on trying to get into the entranceway.
Have you eaten yet, Kaiji-kun?
No, I haven't eaten. Since my mom wasn't there, dinner wouldn't be ready no matter how long I waited. I laid down when I got home and woken up by the phone, and I was woken up by the phone and didn't have a chance to eat since I used up all that time talking. I was going to have a cup of noodles, and in any case, I could just eat one whenever I wanted to. No, not yet. What about it?
That's good. Look here, we brought a bunch of dishes.
Rena held out a stack of boxes wrapped in a cloth.
If I could use your kitchen, I could have the miso soup and other stuff.
It's fine, you don't need to do that.
But there's a lot of tofu and vegetables in it. Does Kaiji-kun not like the type of stuff I wonder?
There's no way I wouldn't like that. I love miso soup with lots of ingredients. White radish, carrots, burdock root, and potatoes. Dense and fibrous root vegetables. Yeah, that miso soup. That's incredible.
We also brought rice, so if you microwave it, you can eat it really quickly.
Without a doubt, rice needs miso soup. Stuffing rice down your gullet, sipping miso soup is in between ravenous bites. Oh yes, how wonderful it is to be born Japanese.
Also, we made some more pickles.
Oh god, now she has my heart. I didn't care about anything until she said the pickle. Fuck, I love pickles. Rena, why you gotta do this to me, babe?
And made sun-side pickles this time.
Before I had moved here to Hinamizawa, I scoffed at the mountain vegetables called sansai, but I was captivated by their charm the first time I tried them. Such a deep yet light flavor. The vegetables from the supermarket were tasteless and bland compared to these. If you had to describe them, then they were vegetables for the uninitiated. To become an expert such as myself, you first had to partake of sansai. It was common knowledge around here that the Ryugu family traditional pickles were wonderfully delicious. No matter what kind of pickles they were.
No, that's wrong.
They'd go so well with that fluffy white rice.
It's so. It also.
But wait, there's more. So delicious. It just seems so delicious. Farewell to my unhealthy self, who said he'd just make do with a cup of noodles. Yeah. Rena appeared to be in a good spirit, and she was offering such a delicious-sounding dinner. The stress evaporated from my gut and hunger reared its voracious head. At the same time, my wariness of Rena suddenly dwindled. Rena did say that she was alone. It shouldn't be a problem letting her inside, though the possibility that it was laced with poison still hadn't been ruled out. At that moment, a cold chill ran down my spine once again. I couldn't understand why such a sensation had occurred just then, but the voice inside me was sounding the alarm. Oh no. Whoa! Whoa! Budget! Oh shit, we turned the fucking... what was it called? Saturation! We turned the saturation all the way down. Holy shit, that takes 10 seconds in Photoshop. How do you do that? This happy Rena, speaking of this charming dinner, was dependent on one premise. And that premise was that tonight dinner hadn't been made at my house, meaning it was under the assumption that my mom, who should be making it, wasn't here. Uh-oh, now he's overthinking this shit. Uh-oh. At any normal household, 7 o'clock would be around the middle of dinner time. If my mom were here, we'd be eating dinner around this time as well. The fact that she brought over all the makings of a meal at this time was inherently strange. Unless she knew. Oh, you're so fucking right, to be honest. That is pretty true. Oh, fuck. Rena, did she? That's so fucking true. I didn't even think about that. Holy shit. Did she know that my parents weren't home? But there was also the chance that this was a bluff. I had turned on the lights and a bunch of other stuff to make it seem like my parents were here. There was a chance that Rena was unsure if my parents were home. But I had to wonder. The laundry, the garage, and the evening paper. There were plenty of signs of them being hastily tidied up. It was hard to say that Rena didn't have a chance to determine if my parents were here or not, but there was no reason for me to confess that right now. I should try holding on to the fact that as long as I could. First of all, the chain was still latched. As long as I didn't take it off, Rena wouldn't be able to do anything to me. I'm quite grateful, but dinner will be ready pretty soon.
What? Is that so? Is that so?
I know you went through all the effort of and everything, but, well, unable to think of a good way to refuse, my words trailed off weakly. But some of this could work as side dishes. I mean...
What? So this could work as side dishes, I think.
I'm sorry, but we have more than enough already. My mom always makes quite a few side dishes, so...
You have side dishes?
With a smile that bordered on a cringe, I dodged her questions apologetically. But the feeling I tried to ignore began creeping up on my back again. I spoke as if my mom was settling down dinner right now, but it didn't mesh well with what Rena was saying. Rena was talking as if she was aware of some obvious fact. And that was a word of it as well.
So Kaiji-kun can cook! What did you make, I wonder?
No, it's not that. Rena had assumed out of nowhere that I made the dishes. No, not so much that I made them, but rather that my mom hadn't.
Did you really make them? The side dishes? Did you, Kaiji-kun?
I'm gonna time out little G again. I'm kidding. I said, Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch a tiger by the toe. If they holler, let them go. Eat my ass. And we'll take Spring out. Alright, bye, Spring. See you later. All of you are probably like, fuck, not me. Anyway.
It wasn't me.
It wasn't me who made them. My mom did so. She's making them. Right now. ... You have to go, time me out. Okay, see you, Basin. So, you see, I'm sorry, but I can't eat what you brought. Rena fell silent at that moment. At that moment, I felt that the light had suddenly disappeared from her eyes.
How about I try guessing what Kaichiku's dinner will be?
It doesn't matter what I'm gonna eat.
Let's see.
Conversation might appear natural at first glance, but Rena was firmly in control. It felt like I was being interrogated.
Your dinner, I wonder. Something that can be made with just hot water? Holy fuck. Woo!
Hey now, stop with the insults, wait. Is it something that could be made with just hot water? What about spaghetti, motherfucker? With no sauce, but still, I can make spaghetti with just hot water. Bitch, shut up. I can't believe you belittle my mom's extravagant dinner like that. Tickets sold out, full capacity already. It's that amazing. I tried my best to put on a strong front, but I couldn't grit my teeth quite right. So instead, it looked like someone who was borderline hysterical. But Rena showed no reaction whatsoever, even to all that silliness.
Yeah, did your mother really leave you dinner?
No, you see, she didn't leave me dinner. She's making it right now. It's almost time for dinner. Rena had taken that assertion of mine that my mother was home and making dinner right now, and was completely ignoring it. I could tell that the more I panicked, the colder Rena became.
Clappity, clappity, clap.
Kaichiku.
At the moment, an unforgettable chill crept up
You can't spell
from
nutrition
the
without
gap in the doorway.
Is your mom home? I wonder.
I couldn't keep up the charade anymore. Rena, she knew full well my parents weren't home, but I'd come too far to admit that now. Anyway, my parents were here, and we'd be having dinner soon. That was the situation I had concocted, so I answered. I told her that she was here. She's here, of course. I could feel the humidity drying out from the surrounding air. Rena's eyes were becoming even more frigid, piercing me with their gelid glare. Oh! There it is. Ba 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 ba. Here we fucking go. Uh-oh, she mad now. Bitch mad!
Why?
Uh-oh, what do you mean? I tried acting casual, but the facade was torn off me the instant I looked into Rena's eyes. That instant, it informed me of Rena's response faster than she could open her mouth.
Oh, no!
All these oh no's.
Why did it lie to me, I wonder?
I'm not lying.
That's a lie, isn't it?
It's not a lie.
Oh my god!
Oh. Shit, dude.
No!
Clappity, clappity, clap.
Oh no!
Oh. Fuck. Where's that clip? Why can't I find it?
Squish, squish.
Where the fuck is where'd the voice clip go?
Clappity,
it?
clappity, clap.
Where the fuck you Soda go? There it is. Took me a while to find it. Rena's outburst sent a jolt surging through my body. Ren and I were still separated by what few inches that's slightly ajar, but still contained. But despite that, I was still being cornered. My house, which I'd considered a safe haven until now, had become more like a dark alleyway where no one could save me.
Shall I guess your data, Kaiju-kun? Let's see.
I know now that Rena had already known that my parents would not be here tonight, but it was still so strange that it had come to this. Even if she somehow knew that my parents weren't home, there's no way she'd be able to guess what I'm eating tonight. But Rena said she'd guess. How could she guess it? How could she know it was instant?
Cup noodles. That's right. Isn't it?
Oh, fuck. I was gonna eat? Wait. The cooking repertoire of a man who can't do housework is probably nothing but cup noodles after all. Looking at this statistically, it was the most probable answer. I suppose so. That means that she was guessing.
I don't think it could be full with just noodles. I think having rice and stuff will definitely hit the spot.
Calm down, Kaichimabara. This was just a coincidence. Rena was just reading certain tales of mine, so the fact that she was inferring that I was thinking alarmed me. But it wasn't as if she was actually reading my mind. If it was being read, then she was a demon. No, not a demon. Things like that, they couldn't possibly exist.
Do you like them?
You mean, noodles?
No.
Redacted. Rena indicated that the point my answer was addressing was wrong. Her rebuttal was so short that I momentarily didn't understand the words Rena had spoken. Sorry, Rena, what did you say just now?
Huh? About what?
Just now, you asked me if there was something that I liked, didn't you? It was long before I regretted how carelessly I'd pushed forward with that question. It was such a simple answer. That's why I wasn't able to comprehend it. Huh?
Pork bone and ginger flavor.
Shit! Oh! I wonder how I appeared in the moments my mind would completely blank until the moment I was recovered. As my field of view became restored, slowly swirling in a counterclockwise direction, I lost all sense of balance. How do you know that? I didn't even deny it. That was the type of frenzied state I was in. How could Rena even know this? Not even caring as I mashed my head against the door, I fixated my gaze on Rena. But she didn't even flinch when she saw me do that. I certainly did buy them. I bought a bunch at once. I bought a whole case. How could you have known that?
Why, I wonder.
Alright, I should probably put on like a...
Very strange, isn't it? Isn't it?
How can you dodge the question at a time like this? The chain and the door suddenly were no longer protecting me. How do you know? Why do you know? Answer me!
You bought them at the 7th Mart. Didn't you?
A shiver ran up my spine. I tried covering it up with an angry facade. Like I said, why do you know that?
I was behind you. Following you. The whole time.
Oh my god. What are you saying? I couldn't understand why she was saying she'd been following me all this time.
That's because Rena was right behind Hachi-kun.
Nani?
The whole time.
No!
Like, that night? That night I was absorbed in my phone conversation with Ochi-san. I didn't even sense her being there, standing behind the door, behind me, standing there just like that.
When Kaiichi was picking up the noodles, I was watching the entire time. You picked out so many different flavors, didn't you? When your mom got angry, you're going to pick the expensive ones. You should just pick up one type, she said. And Kaiji-kun picked out that big box of pork bone and ginger flavor that he loved so much, didn't he? I like it too. Pork bone and noodles. Like you never eat a whole big bowl myself.
My brain was paralyzed, dulling my senses. It might have been a defense mechanism to diminish the fear I was feeling to non-traumatizing levels. With the fear of being diminished, the fog enveloped my mind, was cleared away. And then I could understand what Rena was saying and started to put meaning behind her words. Even so, my fear hadn't subsided completely. It was like I was standing at the edge of a cliff, eyes closed so I didn't have to look down. It didn't actually solve any of the basic problems. I slowly took a step backwards, and as I withdrew, Rena advanced. Huh?
So, Kaiji-kun, did you open this? We can eat dinner together. I'm sure it's gonna be delicious, okay?
Rena's pale, slender fingers squirmed through the crack on the door one at a time, as if they had a mind of their own, rattling the chain. If she had unlatched the chain from the door, a feeling of terror would have just exploded within me. But Rena didn't do that. She was completely imploring me to remove the chain. She was doing her hardest to light the fuse to the powder keg in my heart, trying again and again. Clatter, clatter. But it doesn't light. It doesn't light!
Open up, Kaiji-kun.
Please go away. I beg you. Please go away.
How can you say something so mean? I wonder.
Good job.
Please go away. Go away! Go away! The powder keg inside me finally went off. No smoldering, it just exploded. I tackled the door. Oh, fuck. The force through the door had knocked Rena momentarily off balance. I couldn't hesitate here. I grabbed onto the doormat with both hands, planted my feet firmly, and pulled with all of my might. But that slamming sound I so desired didn't happen. I could feel a tiny, disturbing bit of resistance keeping the door from closing. And the source of that was Rena's fingers. Holy shit!
Finished the quest, huh? Good job.
Each of those fingers wriggling, squirming around like the tendrils of a carnivorous plant through the crack in the doorway.
It hurts. It hurts, Kaiji-kun. It hurts.
It wasn't a harsh shriek, but more of a yelp she was trying to keep back. Go away. Go away. Go away! I kept on pushing the door with all of my might. I didn't even realize that if I didn't loosen my pull on the door, at least momentarily, Rena wouldn't be able to pull her fingers out, and that was why the door wasn't closing.
It really hurts, Kaiji-kun. I'm sorry if I was messing around too much.
I don't care one bit for her apology. No matter how much she apologized, it didn't change any of what she had done up until now. It didn't change anything.
It hurts. It hurts. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Go away. Go away. Go away! Rena couldn't leave even if she wanted to because I trapped her fingers. Rena's white fingers had become deep red and were no longer even squirming.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Go away. Go away. Go away!
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Rena's apologies were occasionally twisted with pain, but like a broken record, she was intent on repeating it over and over. Go away, go away, go away, stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it. I pulled on the door even harder. Finally, Rena's fingers were somehow able to slip out from their imprisonment in the doorway. The moment that happened, the door closed soundly, and I could hear the thud of Rena falling on her butt. On the other side. I locked the door immediately. It made a loud clunk, voicing my rejection to Rena.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Kaiji-kun, I'm sorry. Open up, Kaiji-kun.
Rena leaned against the door, apologizing profusely, and nothing else. After confirming that I was sufficiently sealed off from her, I trudged away from the entryway. On the other side, I could still hear Rena echoing her apology.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Those pitiful words, they would be forever seeking my forgiveness. I didn't feel bad about this at all, but that wasn't out of any sort of malice. I just felt a sort of hazy sense of relief that I was able to escape from Rena. Before Mian had threatened me at this doorway, saying there was nothing she didn't know. And just now at the same place, Rena told me the same thing. My feeble attempts to disguise the fact my parents weren't home had served no purpose from the start. I should have just pretended to be out and not even opened the door. But I got an idea. There you go. In Hinamizawa, it was impossible to outwit them. Even though I was on the other side of the door, I wanted to get as far away from Rena as possible. 1 step, 2 steps, with each one her sniveling apologies became more distant. I sprinted up the stairs and dove into my room. As you would expect, I was finally no longer able to hear Rena repeating her endless apology. Diving into my bed, I was startled by the hard lump I felt. There was something in my bed. It was the receiver. I finally remembered. I was in the middle of a call with Oishi-san. Look at the clock. Apparently not that much time had passed since I went downstairs. Could it be that my clock had run out of batteries? I had talked with Rena so long. How did almost no time pass? The hand on the clock was ticking forward 1 second every second than usual. Was ticking forward 1 second every second as usual. As I put the still warm receiver to my ear, time which felt frozen began moving once more. Hello? Oishi-san? Sorry to keep you waiting.
No, not at all. I didn't wait that long.
It became apparent the amount of time that had passed between myself and Oishi-san was different. Over the phone, I could hear an energetic voice from a sports program or something. It drove home just how far away Oishi-san really was.
Rena just came now. Did she come to play?
I wasn't confident that I could incoherently explain the situation to Oishi-san. But I didn't need to right now. Right now I need to know about Rena. That's right. I was planning to ask Oishi-san more about Rena. But Rena's little visit had interrupted that conversation. What was true and what was false? I couldn't tell. The one thing I knew was the single grim reality that Rena was suspicious. I might be able to figure out something if I asked Oishi-san about her. Up until now, I regretted it whenever I forced myself to ask about things that I was better off not knowing. But looking at it that way, you could say I'd hit rock bottom. There was no possible way I could feel any more regret than I did right now. No, rather, I wanted to know if there was anything beyond this I would regret more. Forgot about tomorrow. It wasn't of the realm of possibility for something to happen tonight. Y2 Springs, they're actually different people. I know, guys, hard to believe. We have our original spring, and then we have a new edition spring. We have the dumbass spring, and we have the good spring. So, that's up to interpretation which one is which, but, yeah. Fuck you, spring. Love you. I wanted to know everything I could. I was absolutely not going to die like this. Not without knowing anything. I definitely won't. Regarding Rena Ryoga-san,
I did a bit of digging. Oh, well, it wasn't much.
I understood that Oishi-san was talking in circles. A bit meant I dug so deep that it'd be hard to discuss with you since you are her friend. I want to know everything from your research.
I don't think you'd be very interested in what I have to say, though.
Oishi-san. Spoke as calmly as possible to Oishi-san, who was continuing to avoid the issue. And then, I said it.
I think Rena Ryugu is suspicious.
Even if the past incidents were from Oishi-sama's curse, Rena Ryugu is involved.
Do you have some sort of proof that makes you believe Rena-san is suspicious?
The manner in which Oishi-san spoke became very firm. Do you have some sort of proof? That was him talking as a detective. I only have circumstantial evidence.
I see.
I could tell even over the phone how disappointed he was. Pulling on the fishing line when he felt a bite, only to reel in the bait, disappointed but ready to cast the line once more. That's how it seemed.
Oishi-san, you can't do anything without physical proof, can you?
What I meant was, you can't come and save me without proof. I stuck that barb in there. As Oishi-san loved roundabout ways of saying things, he understood me just fine.
It's fine, my brother-san. I'll protect you.
It was not the least bit reassuring. Oishi-san was just using me to continue his investigation. I was just going to get killed and my corpse would be an important piece of evidence. That was all I was to him.
Whether I'm alive or dead may be of no concern to your
Oh, wait, sorry. Wrong voice. Whether I'm alive or dead may be no concern to your investigation, but it's all over for me when I die. Oishi-san went silent at the other end of the line. It may have been too blunt, but I didn't care. All I needed to relay to Oishi-san was that I was currently in a very dangerous position.
So please, tell me. Tell me about Rena. Satoshi transferred out. Not too far in the future.
Oh, wait, sorry. No, that's me. Satoshi transferred out. Not too far in the future, I'll probably also do what Rena calls transferring out as well. But you won't be able to find my corpse. You won't even be able to find Satoshi's body yet.
Alright, Mamoru-san. Please calm down.
I was already suppressing my agitation even with Oishi-san having to tell me. It wouldn't solve anything if I continued to scream about my mistrust in the police. It would seem that I could only depend on myself and the bat Satoshi left behind to protect myself. That I, at least, wanted to know about what happened before Rena transferred schools.
You're aware that this won't be very interesting, right?
Oishi-san, realizing that my resolve couldn't be swayed, finally caved.
Right now, to me, there's nothing that I'll find uninteresting. Please. There are a few things I need you to agree to. Okay. Please, keep this confidential. Also, part of this may be speculation. Not all of it may be true. Are you still interested?
My voice is starting to go out. Fuck. It may not be true. I don't understand what you mean.
There isn't one investigation for the mysterious chain of deaths in Inamazawa. Each one is treated as its own individual case.
Fucking yuddy. Thus, Rena Ryugu had never been linked. Oh, sorry.
Thus, Rena Ryugu has never been linked to any of the investigations. Basically, you see.
This is an investigation of Rena done by the police. Wait, it was a personal inquiry, is what you're telling me?
This will make things a lot quicker since you understand. All of it is from either phone calls or meetings and interviews. So they aren't corroborated. Christ, fuck. I'm asking you to take this all with as great a salt is what I meant. Do we have an agreement?
All of it is just from what you heard?
Yes, my apologies. It's all my personal investigation, you see.
That thing. Before you said you saw Rena's chart, didn't you? I'm sure I heard you say that. Oishi-san paused for a moment on the other end of the line.
I told you that too? Please pretend you didn't hear anything about that.
I don't care about Oishi-san having certain obligations or responsibilities. I also didn't care if there was no proof. Even if they were just rumors, there is no smoke without fire after all. Please tell me, Oishi-san.
Understood.
Finally, beating around the fucking bush. I'm curious as fuck. What are they going to talk about? Oishi-san finally opened those tight lips of his. Whoa. It seemed that Rena lived in Higurashi a long time ago. She had moved to Ibaraki Prefecture after she finished elementary school. Then, following that, right after transferring, the unfortunate incident with the breaking of the school windows happened. Then Rena confided to the doctor. It was Oishi-sama. That was all that we knew. What? What?
There isn't much difference between what I know and what you know, Mamoru-san.
What part did you investigate further? I didn't need to ask. It was the incident that happened just after she transferred.
The incident Rena was responsible for, and she divulged to the doctor afterwards, correct? Yes.
After you learned about that, you started suspecting Rena and the others, didn't you?
Yes, I did suspect them.
So they're the ones after all?
No, that's not what I meant by suspect them.
Question mark. I'm so fucking confused. Oishi-san was the type of person to say things with confidence, but these particular words were less than reassuring.
Then who did you suspect? That it was Oyashiro-sama.
No fucking way. That's bad when the police start believing in this curse too. Shit. Shit. Huh? That Oyashiro-sama's curse really exists?
Ah, well.
Oishi-san's laugh was quite dry, certainly not the kind that would make you want to join in. Oishi-san resumed the conversation. And the dubious circumstances behind Satoshi's disappearance, the course that events up until the start of delving into Rena's past. Dude, this is fucking bad. Just then, there was thunder in the distance and a heavy rain started pouring down. It came without warning, rain so heavy it felt like it could beat you down. Beat me, Daddy! I had left the window in my room open a crack to let the heat out. The violent wind danced into my room, making the curtains flap wildly. What is it? Oh, nothing. It started raining heavily. Sorry, please continue. I got up while I was still on the phone and closed the window.
I said at the beginning it was an incident, but because neither the school nor the victims filed charges, the police never involved. So you see, those involved were very reluctant to talk, regardless of there being a victim who had one eye beaten so badly that it had permanent damage. It could have been the school or possibly some individual who made arrangements to keep this from going public. Also, the psychologist was very strict about their professional ethics. Hello? Mayabara-san? Can you hear me?
Huh? Did I pass the fuck out? Eh? There was the figure of a person. Oh no. There's a figure of a person standing by the light near the mailbox the whole time. Even in this torrential rain. Torrential rain. They didn't have an umbrella. They were unquestionably drenched from head to toe. In the shower, which more resembled a waterfall, droplets of water dripped down from her hair. They just dyed her blue. How about this instead? Better with that. God damn, the fucking budget. In one hand was a stack of boxes wrapped in cloth. Her eyes focused on my room, focused on me as I was about to close the window. Her mouth was methodically repeating a chewing motion. It was as if she had something hard to chew in her mouth, with her cheeks puffing out. What could she be eating over there? How could it be that at this time I was more enthralled by Rena instead of the shocking developments being brought to light by Oishi-san? Want to see the original blue design? Alright, fine. Where is it? Nice. Then I wouldn't have noticed Rena, nor would I have noticed that. Rena's mouth was moving in the same pattern. She wasn't eating something. She was repeating something. What was it? What was she repeating to me? What was she saying? And why was I right up against the window fixated on her? Hello?
Mayabara-san? Did you hear me? Hello?
I'm sorry.
Oh, Mayabara-san.
I'm sorry. 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 Oh my god!
Hello? Mayabara-san? What's the matter?
Even in this torrential downpour, Rena was still apologizing. The other self inside me drew the curtain hastily, with my right hand blocking my view of the outside. But even doing that, Rena's relentless apology still reached my ears. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I forgive you for this. Will you forgive me for that? Please stop. Please stop. Please stop. Please stop. I'm sorry. 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 Damn it! Why did I have to forgive her? I'm the one who wants to be forgiven. What part of me can't you forgive? I won't be killed. If you won't forgive me, then I won't forgive you either. I won't forgive. 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 Holy shit.
I'm Ivor-san. If you can hear me, then please respond. Hello?
Holy shit! I love the way it's so much better than the anime. My god. I wish I had like a crew that could read this shit with me so we can get this like in fucking depth, you know what I mean? Like get a gamer girl to read Rena and shit, you know what I mean? God damn. Achievement unlocked. Reign of Apologies. Thanks, bud. Holy fuck. It's so much better than anime. It really is. I felt so much more. Like that, I felt every fucking second of that. Damn. Alright, well, I think I should stop here. My voice is getting incredibly hoarse. And I don't want to lose my voice because I do plan to stream tomorrow. I might stream later tonight. It's only 5. So, I might stream later tonight, but I'm going to give my voice a rest. So I don't blow it out. It's because it's so damn dry here. It's so dry. I think I need to like turn on the diffuser a little bit and get some humidity in here because right now it's a little too dry. It's blowing my voice out. So yeah. Anyway, thanks guys. Appreciate you. A lot of fun, right? A lot of anal. Tons of anal. And remember, can we get I'm sorry spam in chat? Thanks guys. And while you guys are doing that, just keep fucking going. Just keep saying I'm sorry. Just keep fucking going. While we're doing that, I'm gonna be uploading something, so keep fucking spamming. Thanks guys. Give me just a second. Oh, you piece of shit. Your fucking website. Come on, bitch! Come the fuck on.
Squish!
Thanks. Keep it going. Don't stop. Don't fucking stop. If you stop, you're soy. I mean, do as much as you can. You guys only have a certain amount you can do in a row, but just keep it going. I believe in you guys. I'll eat your ass later, okay? Let's get in the season. Hold on. You know what? Let's go to this one. This is more beautiful to look at. And then I'll mute the music. There we go. It's perfect! It's perfect! Now we have sound effects. Now we have rain sound effects. Ooh, I just want a nut. Ooh, it's so good. It's the season to be doing something. Exactly. Keep fucking going. Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
We cut that a little bit more. So I said to the message, I know you have, but you gotta keep it going. What are you, a soy? What are ya? What are you? I know you ain't soy. Don't fucking do this to me, man. Don't fucking do this to me, dude. Don't you fucking dare. Hold on. So, click right here, and then... There we go. And how's that sound?
You can't spell nutrition without
And then export this bitch. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Keep it. Ah! Oh, I just shit myself. In terms of my mind hurts a lot. Why the fuck I'm so dizzy now? What the fuck just happened? That grunt made me dizzy as shit. I think I'm dying. Hello? Am I dying? Hello, is this dead?
Squished.
What's all things at woohoos? Eat my ass. No, you fuck you, Hex. Piece of shit, bitch ass looking motherfucker. I'll beat your fucking ass and don't even dare, you little soy boy bitch.
Squished.
Don't you even dare. Don't you even fucking kid. Your ass will be eaten tonight. I promise you. This is also a really good chat we have going on. I appreciate it. Thanks guys. And the reason I'm doing this is because I'm gonna because I just want you guys to do something while I'm taking forever to do this. It's taking me way too long, to be honest. Way too damn long. I'm almost there though, I promise. You know what's coming up, you heard it, but to celebrate the fact that we've gotten this far in Higurashi, it makes sense.
Oh!
Alright. Alright. There you go. And now we have lies. So if the term lie happens again, you guys can use that.
Squished.
And now I'm going to go through all the I'm sorry's. The reason why I told you guys to say I'm sorry is because every time you said I'm sorry, you got one ticket. And that one ticket might land you some Sukis. So here we go. I know Sukis are worthless, but hey, I thought it'd be funny. So let's go. Let's roll through the I'm sorry's and see who won. See, I was sneaky. I got you. Alright, roll through it. Alright, and wherever my cursor stops, and boom. Nope, that was on a squish command. And boom. Nope, that was on woohoo. You fell for my trap now. Get you, soy. Fuck you. And bam. There we go. Hey, Gatorade ads. Didn't expect you to get it. Alright, here you go, Gatorade ads. 1 second. Give you, how much should I give you? How about this? Gatorade. 1 through 100. Give me a number 1 through 100. You see how lucky you are. Oh shit. Well, literally only barely anything happened, but alright. Alright. Let me do a quick calculator then. Alright. Boom boom. So the total is 1,032. Good job. Which would leave you at about 1,610. There you go. You went up. You went up. There you go, buddy. Those are Sukis.
Oh!
Nice.
Good job, buddy. Anyway, thanks, guys. I'll catch you later. Now we have soda. Expand the shit out of that. That's not gonna get annoying at all, I promise. But I'll catch you guys later. Maybe tonight. I don't know. Probably not. But definitely tomorrow. We'll do some more of this. So see you later.
Clappity, clappity, clap. Squish, squish.
Teespring, eat my ass. You can fuck over my microphone. What do you want to fuck over?